Hi, I'm Rob Buscombe from Portsmouth. On Light Lunch today, Twiggy and her handsome husband Lee. Cue titles.
There. I'm 60s supermodel Storky.
Hi. I'm swinging 70s icon Sticky. Welcome to Light Lunch.
Do you know there's a remarkable coincidence on today's show?
Oh, really? What's that?
Well, it's the first time that we've had someone on the show with the same vital statistics as me.
Yeah, you're forgetting the walk-in wardrobe we had on the other week.
Jealousy is a terrible thing,
I know it.
Joining us today with her 32, 22, 32 stats is someone who got her nickname from the fact that she resembled a twig.
As opposed to me, who got my nickname because I resembled a space hopper. Two space hopper Perkins, they called me in Croydon. I'm wearing a dress. I have to deal with that, and so do you. You've got... Now, Twiggy was the face of 1966, and she was synonymous with the miniskirt and the mini car.
In fact, the only thing not mini about her was her massive talent. She wasn't just a pretty overgrown stick, liable to snap when her modelling contracts dried up. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
She can sing, tap dance and act. She's been in loads of Hollywood films. She had her own TV show and she ran her own fashion empire. And at 48, she's still stunning.
Absolutely. And joining Twiggy is someone she knows really rather well. In fact, she knows all his deepest, darkest secrets. She knows where he keeps his indigestion tablets. And she's seen him naked and nude with the light on. Yeah. That's because he's her husband, Lee Lawson.
Oh, he's a rather dashing Shakespearean actor. And he's starred in some slightly saucy TV dramas like Lace and The Travelling Man. Now, do you know how you can tell they're a match made in heaven, Sue?
Is it because they've allowed Illu magazine into their luxury home and gardens?
No, no, no. It's because his name is Lee, which rhymes with tree, and her name is Twiggy, which is part of a tree.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Good, Jim. So on today's show, we enter the enchanted wood of Twiggy and Heavenly.
Hey! Of course, we were major groovers and shakers in the 60s. Yeah, the 60s.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. What a groovy decade.
Far out.
Yeah.
We were the hippest cats on the block.
Yeah, and we were there, man, really swinging.
And sliding and paddling in that big inflatable paddling pool.
Oh, yeah. The 60s, right? I just remember this big moon face and a big metal spoon, like, coming towards me, man.
Trains in the tunnel, in the tunnel,
man.
psychedelic, man.
Yeah.
And the music, shit, and there were some really great tunes.
Yeah.
Remember that song we used to sing back in the 60s?
Yeah.
We never said we sang it well. Through there again, and we really can't
We were
sing.
very, very out of key
Couldn't
there,
hold
mate.
a tune if you put a handle on it. Now, we were 60s babes, we were.
Literally.
We literally were.
Babies. So, if you've got a question for 60s singer Twiggy and her scrummy husband Lee, like, do you have his and hers bathrobes? Or when you offer guests nibbles, do you give them twiglets? Then call us. Call us now on 09904 lunch if you have one of those groovy alphabetised phones. Or in 60s Jive Talk, that's 099045.
Groovy.
86.
Totally far out.
24.
God, you're so totally obsessed with numbers, man. Why do you want to phone us anyway? We don't need fascist-type machines to communicate the power of language. Groovy. Or you can fax us, if you'd like, on 09902 lunch. Or in the style of a top 60s fashion photographer, that's 099 9025.
Give me sexy, darling.
86.
Make love to the camera.
24.
Say cheese.
Now let's meet the men who make sweet music for my ears. So come on, lads, turnip up. It's sweet. No, it's not sweet.
Sweet.
It's Swede
Turnip,
Steve, Matt,
parsnip.
Dylan, and an onion. It's the Lightning Swedes.
Now, it's time to welcome it. These eyelashes are extremely heavy. They give you an eye sort of like that. A little bit like that, a little bit of a lazy eye. Anyway, crashing on. Now, it's time to welcome a lady who's trapped alligators in America, danced to shanty rhythms in Africa, and done loads of cooking in the kitchen. She's a Ghanaian Australian with a laugh to defrost your freezer. Please welcome the irrepressible, the irresistible, the downright unrepeatable Dorinda Hefner!
Not bad, thank you.
Dorinda Hefner.
That's right.
Hefner.
You got
Sorry
it
about that. I
right.
do, yeah. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Welcome on our show.
Oh, I'm honoured to be here.
What are you cooking for us today, Dorinda?
Jambalaya.
Hey, good call. We're going to have today Phyllis's jambalaya with hush puppies.
That's right. Not the shoes.
Yeah.
Not the shoes, hush puppies.
What ingredients are you using?
Oh,
for this?
just onions. I'll take you through it very quickly.
Yeah, good.
Onions, lots of seafood, some prawns, some yabbies. These are the cooked yabbies and uncooked yabbies.
They're still
they're called
still
crawfish.
alive. They're still alive.
No. Are you scared of them?
I'm a bit scared. Put it down.
Now you have some paprika
Right.
and cayenne
Right.
and some garlic salt.
Okay.
Some onion tops.
Right.
Some parsley.
Cool.
Some jasmine rice, nice aromatic jasmine rice.
Happening.
Some shellfish stock.
Far out.
Cream of mushroom soup.
Now you're talking.
And then some crab meat.
Jive on, baby. Lovely.
You're really hurrying to the 60s.
Hey.
Let's get moving. Let's just put... Oh, I'll just season it first. Cajuns use a lot of seasoning in the jambalaya.
Is that quite hot already?
It is.
Yeah,
If it's
man.
Cajun, it's hot. You know what the Cajuns say? Well, you eat it if it doesn't eat you first. So they eat everything and anything. But the food is absolutely sensational.
Wow. I have to ask, actually, who is Phyllis?
Phyllis is a Cajun woman who comes from Lafayette. She lives in Eunice and works in Lafayette.
Right.
And she's one of a family of 10. Wow. She is quite a difficult, acerbic lady.
Right.
But she cooks a mean jambalaya. and so we had to teach us how to cook. And the difference is that Phyllis does not put smoked sausages, like...
Right.
Just get my soup.
Are you all right there?
Yes, I'm fine.
This is mushroom soup going in there.
Cream of mushroom
Cream
soup.
of mushroom soup.
Oh, gosh, don't use a tin one.
Would you...
I'm just putting it in now.
Right.
It just adds a kind of a
Je ne sais quoi.
Oh,
You like it, don't you,
French.
Dorinda?
Well, that's Cajun. Je ne sais quoi. Yes, and then the stock goes in.
Superb.
It's fairly quick to cook. Now, so for those people who have forgotten what I said already, it's onions. It's cayenne, paprika, garlic salt.
Right, onion tops,
onion
cream of mushroom
tops,
soup.
cream of mushroom soup, and then, wait for it, parsley.
Lovely. Now, you met Phyllis presumably in America.
I did,
Was
indeed,
this for part of your show?
Yes,
That
my
starts
United Taste.
tonight
Yes.
on Channel 4. United Taste of America.
United States of
Yeah.
America. Going down regional America.
So exciting.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to it? Are you going to watch it?
Yes and no. I'm excited but nervous as well.
The great thing about doing this show, Dorinda, is we never get to see it because it's live.
Oh,
yeah, it's
you're
great. You
lucky,
never have to
you're
watch
lucky.
it. Yeah.
It doesn't haunt you.
No.
It doesn't come back and haunt you.
Cool. You put the rice
No.
in there.
Yes, everything goes in. Now, except the seafood. Hang on. We'll put that in as well.
Right.
I've got some yabbies already peeled, or crawfish, as the Americans call it.
Called yabbies. You call them
Yabbies.
yabbies.
Well, Australians call it yabbies.
Right.
And I think other people, don't you call it yabbies in England?
Yabbies.
Yes, I just wanted you to have a look and see what they like before they're boiled.
So orange equals cooked.
Yes.
That
Well, kind of
one
grey
not
thingamajigs
cooked. Okay.
equals uncooked.
Oh,
right? Now, you leave the crab crab till later.
Why
Yeah?
do you leave the crab till later?
Because otherwise it gets mushy, goes and breaks up, gets mushy, and it's not so nice.
Okay.
Yeah, you eat with your eyes first.
Yeah, that's the truth.
Yes. And then your nostrils smell this.
And then your mouth. And then your... Am I tasting or just
You can't
smelling?
taste. Oh, no. I can't let you taste it like that. I'm one of those cooks who doesn't kind of do this and stick it back in
Very
the pot.
unhygienic.
Yeah, you got that right. You put it here.
Ah.
Go on then. In
And
your
then I
hand
just-
then. No, you can't. In your own hands. Oh, Mel. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
It's not my job to be as confused as Nigel is. Now, what's your top tip then, Dorinda? It's very
Well, you
spicy.
see, I found out from a Caribbean woman once that anybody who's allergic to shellfish should eat lots of citrus, like lemon and lime, with the meal, and then it cuts down the allergic reaction.
Oh, really?
Apparently.
Oh, my sister is. I might try that on her next time.
Just lean her back and kind of drizzle it in. You like it?
It's very spicy. It's lovely. Cheers, Dorinda.
Jambalaya.
Now, Sue, nowadays there are loads of celebrity chefs, but I don't think there were any in the 60s, were there?
Oh, yeah, there was one. Psychedelia Smith. Extra drum there from Dylan. Bodes well for this little section. Hello there, what's your name?
Kirsty.
Hi, Kirsty.
Tina.
Hi, Kirsty and Tina. Now, what have you brought here? It's a sweet meal, isn't it?
We've
Let's have a
brought
look
a
at this.
sweet three-course light lunch.
Can you just tip that just slightly forward? Now, can you take us through each course?
Well, we have shrimps on a bed of lettuce with tomatoes.
A nice Italian starter.
Yeah. We have 2 main meals, hamburgers, chips and eggs.
Good.
And we have spaghetti bolognese with parmesan.
What is that?
This is tutti-frutti flavoured bootlaces.
And they're all sweets, that's
They
supposed
are
to with
all
this.
sweets,
Do you
yeah.
have a pudding?
Yep, we do. That's
Bananas and ice cream.
It's a sort of Neapolitan, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
That is excellent. I'm going to say the Parmesan cheese, what's that?
that's popping candy.
Popping candy, or space dust, as we used to call it. This should give a good effect. Thing is, how do you get rid of it? Dissolving the enamel in my teeth. Talking of teeth, your dental bill's extraordinary.
Indeed, most of the time.
Really? So let's change
They're
the topic. No, you have false teeth.
Indeed, yeah.
Wooden teeth. Let's have a look at them. It's really painful now, do you know what I mean? You know when you think you shouldn't have made a joke? I'm thinking that now. That is a fantastic three-course meal. I'm going to give you back your,
Thank you very
your
much.
space
Yeah, we've
dust.
got a little present for you there.
Have you?
A hamburger.
Oh, you're a treasure.
No worries.
I'll have that for my pudding. Thanks a lot, you two. Right, this is a difficult manoeuvre for anyone who's worn a skirt like this. Do write in. OK. Hello there. Can I ask you both to budge up a little bit? I've still got this stuff in my mouth. OK, if you see something untoward in my nether regions, don't be alarmed. It's only natural. OK, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Richard.
Hi, Richard.
I'm Sally.
Hi, Sally.
Oh,
Still going. OK, now, you're not together, are you two? You didn't come together.
we've been split up.
You've been split up from the pack because we're going to have a cake-off.
Yeah.
Like a face-off, but a cake-off.
Yeah.
Now, take us through your cake.
Well, this is obviously Mel, and this is you. And you got a bit squashed on the train, unfortunately, so it's a bit out of proportion now, unfortunately. So
Very, very sinister hairstyle you've got me in there. Let's have a look at that. There you go.
sorry,
And what are
Mel,
we mounted on?
We couldn't do the roots for Mel, unfortunately. Are you on a cocktail?
Thus I win.
You're on a cocktail stick, which is actually protruding from your head if you actually push yourself
How
down,
did
so-
you know? How do you know
Well,
those
we had
things?
fun doing it.
Oh, well, that's another story, I suppose. Look at this hair. Madness. OK, that's cake one. Cake two.
This is special because it's Tracy's birthday today. He's down that end with a stupid
Happy
hat
birthday, Tracy. How old are you, my love?
20 that.
27, mate.
Oh, you said it. You said
You're
it.
a young, lithe little bunny, and I'm
So,
jealous of you.
It's rather special, but also because it's her party. We bought you some party bags. And there's space dust for Mel.
Sweet Christmas has come for Sue. I'm not going to award points. I think they're both beautiful.
Oh.
Thank you, both of you, for coming in. OK, I'm going to sashay very quickly over here. Hello, you. How you doing? Can I sit? Because if I sit down there, a lot of complaints. OK. What's your name?
Fletch.
Hi, Fletch.
Paul.
Hi, Paul. Now, what have you brought today?
I brought a Homer Simpson's cookie.
A Homer Simpson cookie. Why is it particularly a Homer Simpson?
Well, because he likes his cookies.
That's
And I
true.
put a
Property
couple
of Homer
bottles
Simpson.
of duff on the back, a bit melted now, but there you go.
Oh, well, we'll show this. Look, you can see it says property of Homer Simpson. Doll. And what now? Hang on, what's this?
Well, Mel just wanted a wedding present, so I've got her 3 bounty bars.
Yeah,
that she asked for.
I think, Fletch, you've done a good thing there, but the wedding is off.
Oh, is it? That's sad.
I had a little chat with Jean-Christophe in my dressing room.
Was it the baby onions?
It was a baby onion. It was a baby onion. Thank you so much for this. Our party's on as your wedding gift. Thank you, all of me lovely luncheons. Now, Mel, have you ever done any modelling?
Oh, yeah. I once made a scale version of the QE2 from matchsticks. I'm back in the kitchen with Dorinda Hafner, the lady of whom Roy Hattersley once said, if the Russians had sent her to Cuba instead of their missiles, America would have given up at once. When did he say that about you?
He said that after my Taste of Caribbean series.
Ah. Did you actually cook for him?
No.
No, he just said it.
I've never met him. I've never met him.
What are we making
We're
now?
just going to make hash puppies, right?
Hey.
Now, I just put the oil on to heat up very quickly.
Beautiful.
And it's very nice. It's yellow cornmeal or polenta.
Okie dokes.
Some nice raisin flour.
Yeah.
A dash of corn flour. Whoa.
No, you're right there,
Slippery.
Dorinda. Chuck
A little
the
bit
ball
of
in as well.
Cajun spices.
Right.
Some onions, finely chopped onions and garlic.
They're not made of leather, these hush puppies.
No. You can't wear these. Certainly not on your feet.
No, okay.
I mean, you can always make somebody wear it if they don't behave themselves.
What are they going to be, these hush puppies? Are they like little...
Patties.
little...
Now, this is buttermilk.
Right.
With a little bit of butter melted into it. You know, you heat it up, because it's a good idea to heat it up.
Right.
Because it kind of melts the butter and also activates the rising agent, which we should put in very shortly.
Wow.
Baking powder.
Good little spoons there.
They're great, aren't they?
Yeah.
Look, when I was little, I used to use them. I used to think that my mother bought them for me. Never occurred to me that she actually bought them for herself to use in the kitchen. You know?
Yeah.
Now.
Cool.
Smell it. I like smelling food, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Oh, that smells very good, actually.
And,
why are they called hush puppies, actually, Dorinda? What's the kind of... Where does it come from?
I hope you don't mind, I'll just keep going.
No, not at all. Go for it.
Because
jabber.
apparently, when they were cooking them, a lot of dogs would smell the food and come running and ow, ow. And so they kind of throw it to them to say, hush puppy, hush puppy. That's true. No. That's one of the genuine explanations. Or they also say that when you eat them, they're so good that you sleep soundly like a sleeping puppy.
Oh.
So, I hope you don't sleep before the show finishes when you eat this.
No, cut to me at the table.
It's very nice.
And you put these into well hot oil.
Yes.
Be hot.
Very hot, as you can see.
Okay.
And they go ahead, and as that's cooking, I just wash my hands. Oh, maybe you can do me a favour, please.
Of course, mate. What do you want me to do?
Pop in
the crab.
Crabs.
Lovely.
Careful.
Into the orange pot.
Yes.
What's your top tip, Dorinda? Top tip.
What can I say?
Say anything you like, Dorinda.
Get fresh.
Get fresh.
Get fresh with your ingredients and get fresh with your diners.
Get fresh with your diners.
Oh, yes, your guests.
Oh, we always do that, Dorinda.
Get fresh with everyone.
And we get fresh with the chefs as well, but don't worry. Don't worry, you're all right. Now, please, join us after the break when we'll be watching famously thin model Twiggy stuff herself with terribly fattening food. We'll see you in 3.
Welcome back to Light Lunch. We are salivating with excitement because in a second we'll be dining with living legend Twiggy. You're right there, my love.
I don't want to show my knees.
I don't want to show you behind you.
Let's hide behind... Yeah, cushions. There we go. That's better.
We're going to be dining with living legend Twiggy and her husband Lee Lawson. Chuck us another, will you?
All right,
but
mate.
first, we've been literally knee-deep in today's newspapers, and one or two stories have caught our thighs. Obviously, the biggest news of the day is that scientists have found that sex can shrink the male brain. Which does explain why they can't remember your name afterwards, doesn't it?
Yeah, girls, eh?
Right
Yes.
on, eh?
I see the makers of the latest type of swimsuits have admitted it can be dissolved by suntan cream and water, which should make for interesting episodes of Baywatch.
And most front pages carry the news that the Queen has given her approval to put her head on a new coin and to Fergie's head on a pole. Not sure which pole, but...
Actually, Sue, the coins feature the Queen as she is now.
Yes, with her feet up, eating beans on toast, watching this show.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
We salute you.
We salute you.
Probably. Susie, I've got to go now into the kitchen.
No, you haven't, darling.
Oh, no, I'm staying here. Of course I'm staying here. I did that yesterday.
You breeding
What is
goat
it about
of a
me?
ninny.
I'm so sorry.
You Birking tool. Come on.
Now, the other story in all the papers is about the couple who've called their new baby Lala after the Teletubby because they allowed their 2-year-old daughter to choose the name. But this, yes, they did. It's true. But this isn't the first time because that happened to you, didn't it, Sue Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Perkins? Was that your name?
Tis my name on my passport,
Yeah.
yes. It is indeed Mel, My Little Pony Gedroid. So, you little filly, why don't you canter off to the kitchen?
Hey! I'm never... Very sinister. Here we are, Dorinda.
Hi.
Dorinda Jaya Jaya. How you doing?
You want
Nice
know
to
about
see
my
you.
childhood too, do you?
Hey, let's have a look at this. What have we done so far to the lovely jambalaya and hush puppies?
Well, I think that if for those who missed the ingredients, they can always buy the book. Aha, United States of America. It's right there. You can buy the book.
Right.
But there we have. You want to recap on the jambalaya?
Recap on the
All right.
jambalaya.
Just saute some onions, garlic, and onion tops.
Right.
In a little bit of butter and a little bit of oil.
Paprika's in there.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Cayenne pepper, yeah.
Cayenne, right? Oh,
Hey,
well, you
see?
can cook it. Hey.
I'm learning.
Garlic salt.
Right.
All right. And then you put in some cream of mushroom soup, some shellfish stock,
Keep
some
it going,
jasmine
Dorinda.
rice.
Good.
Okay. A dash of pepper, some hot pepper if you want. Yeah?
Right.
Okay. And that's it. And you put all the seafood in there. The yabbies,
Yabbies.
crawfish, some prawns, and you leave your...
Have you finished yet, Dorinda?
No, I haven't.
No,
It's
okay.
a lot, and we'll keep going.
Carry on
Put
going.
anything,
Carry
basically
on
anything
going.
you've got in your kitchen if you want to. I mean, and a crab meat in there.
Beautiful.
Stir it up, leave it to simmer, and the rice absorbs all the liquid.
Do you know, I can't wait to eat this, literally.
Oh.
I'm champing at the ruddy bit. Thanks so much, Dorinda Jaya Jaya. You're
No.
beautiful.
No.
Cheers. You don't actually have to buy Dorinda's book to make this recipe. I can tell you another way. If you want a copy of today's recipe, send an SAE to us at Free Post Lunch, but please state which recipe you'd like. Or tune into Fortel on page 330, or you can find us on the World Wide Web at the Channel 4 site on the internet. Now, don't forget today's recipe was for hush puppies. If you want the recipe for chocolate moccasins or sponge winkle pickers, you'll have to tune in again next week. Okay. Dorinda Jaya Jaya.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
Right on,
so
baby.
much. And listen, good luck tonight. We'll be tuning in.
Ah, the show is on.
8:30. Good call. Okay, so band, are you hungry?
Yeah, baby, yeah!
Audience, are you hungry? Yes! Then let's eat lunch.
First of all, she took root as Neasden girl Leslie Hornby and grew into an international superstar. Twiggy, her funny freckle features and sexy saucer eyes with a look that symbolised a generation of stylish swingers. She can sing, she can dance, she can even sew her own dresses. Please welcome the skinny 60s Twig who turned into the most beautiful of trees. It's Twiggy! Take a seat, my love.
Oh, this looks so
Oh, fantastic. Now,
just rushed over from this morning.
I know, I want to talk about that in a wee while, but first I'm going to introduce your other half. Okay?
yes.
He is a top drama demigod. He is a sizzling Shakespearean actor. He's just returned from a world tour of Midsummer Night's Dream, and he's certainly a dream lunch date. Please welcome the man who hangs his doublet and hose in Twiggy's cupboard, Lee Lawson. Thank you.
we go.
Hey there.
Welcome
It
to
smells wonderful.
Doesn't it good, isn't it?
Thank you.
Dorinda Haytham has cooked you jambalaya with hush puppies.
Wow, I've never had jambalaya before. Have you?
Have you had hush puppies before?
No.
Well, not to eat.
Oh,
Not to eat.
can we start?
Yeah, go for it. Who does the cooking at home then?
We both do.
They brought their
He's
own.
a really good cook. Well, it's sweet because when I'm working, I get home from work and Lee cooks my dinner. He runs me a hot bath, and then he cooks my dinner, and then he clears it up. I do the same for him when he's working.
Yeah, well, it's the way it's
Tricky
sort
when
of...
we're both working.
Yeah, it's the kids have to do it then.
Yeah.
But it's
Can we
sort of,
start?
it's the way,
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
it's the way it works, isn't it? You know, if one's out, then you can't
that's
expect
really
them to then
good.
come home and start cooking dinner and,
No.
you know...
But I bet a lot of women don't get that done for them.
No, but
He's a 90s man.
He is.
United man, yeah.
And he's good. He's a good cook.
I enjoy cooking, I think.
Yeah, I do.
it's
So
great.
what do you think of our outfits? What do you reckon to these?
Are they in honour of
It's
me?
homage.
This is homage.
Homage, Twiggy. Homage.
Are they
I like the
originals
eyelashes.
or are they put together ones?
I think
They're
they're
not retro,
originals,
are they?
actually.
Yeah, that looks
Yeah.
pretty amazing.
I'm having terrible trouble sitting
I
down.
love the hair.
It's groovy. It's
That was
groovy,
a
baby.
bit pre-me, actually.
What's pre-me?
Well, pre-me.
Pre-her.
Pre what happened to me. That
Pre-me.
not pre-me.
Creamy donnery. Creamy.
This
Pre-me.
is
God,
really
this is so
hot.
hot.
It's V spicy. It's delicious.
It's nice.
It's
my
useful though, because
God.
if you smoke, you don't need a lighter afterwards, do you? Just sort of put it in.
It's amazing. Now, what are these are the hush puppies, are they?
Yes.
Like little
Let's
patties.
try those.
Little fritters.
Oh.
Give it all a go. Tell us what you think.
Did you wear hush puppies in the 60s? Were they around?
I was a mod.
Yeah.
And before the whole Twiggy thing happened to me, I was a mod. You were either a rocker or a mod in the early 60s. Did you do it?
Sort of
You kind
modish,
missed
but you know,
modish, yeah.
in Coventry where I come from, you didn't sort of get quite into it as
Well,
much
be behind
as
the
some
mod
of the
thing.
others, yeah.
Well,
I came down to London, seek my fortune like you do, and I did buy the leather jacket and the gingham shirt and tie. Used to go up to see my girl. Gingham shirts.
They were
used to wear
high.
them.
They were called giraffe necks, weren't they? They were high, tight. They were lovely.
And I go back up to Coventry and go to the sort of dances there, the Locarno Ballroom, Coventry. And,
Hops.
yeah,
Hops.
feeling very, you know, looking very sort of south of London. And, yeah, because that was the thing then, was a leather jacket. Not a bike jacket, but, you know, a buttoned-up jacket. And I've still got it.
But the crows...
Our kids
were
love
so
those clothes
important.
now. They're angry that we gave them away, you know. I mean, when
Well,
it
the
started
mod-
a while ago,
The
they
mod
said,
thing was like a uniform, wasn't it? I mean, I'd go to the dance one Saturday night and there'd be like some key people who were like the leaders and you'd see what they were wearing and the following... That's why I learnt to sew. Because
make
I
all the
couldn't
latest
afford to go out... You know, I was 14, 15. I couldn't afford to go out to shops and buy them. So I'd watch what the key girls were wearing and I'd go to the dressmaker shop, buy some fabric. And the next week, lo and behold, we'd all be wearing what they were. And hush puppies were the shoes.
Wow.
I mean, I must have looked... I mean, you know my legs. I've got the skinniest legs in the world. I must have looked like olive oil. Because I was... At one point, it was a straight... This is before the mini. It was a below-the-knee, grey, straight skirt, tight skirt, little grey jumper with a kind of mustard stripe across. And all the girls looked the same. And hush puppy shoes.
Wow.
Well, you know, I've got these little weeny legs. I must have looked hysterical. But anyway, we wore it.
You look groovy.
when the bell bottoms and all of that went out of fashion, and we were so glad to see the back of it. And then just that few years ago, when retro started coming back, and our kids were saying,
That's right.
have you got any bell bottoms? I said, no, we were glad to
Chuck
see
them all
them.
out.
Hoof them
And
out.
they were absolutely furious. You know, I kept a few faves, a couple of really
Faves?
nice suits
He's
that were
better than
fab,
me.
triff, and brill. And
Were they wizard?
they were wicked, and I kept those. And my son's really glad about that. He still gets into the blue velvet suit with a.
They fit Ace now, don't they?
I want to talk a bit about what you're doing now, because you, of course, have dashed, as you said, from this morning.
I'm in the same outfit.
Yeah.
We watched you. We saw you in the
Yeah,
dressing room.
Dawn French was talking to a man who was nude but was wearing a doily over his Thomas. I mean, that was it. Just a wee
We weren't
little
told
doily.
about that. It was a surprise.
Because
for
she
Dawn.
turned round and there was Thomas with
funny.
doily on, and you just thought, oh,
But you can throw anything at Dawn. She's absolutely brilliant.
she's a star.
Absolutely. And more chocolate than I've ever seen in my... The whole studio is covered in chocolate.
But she was very.
I did have time... I changed my waistcoat for you, though. I didn't have
Excellent.
time to change everything because they whisked me across. Your guy was standing as I came off set.
The light lunch
Yeah.
heavy was there.
Dragged me across.
Muscling you in.
Luckily, it's round the corner, so here I am.
Are you enjoying it?
I am now. Monday was really scary because, you know, like this, it's a live show.
Yeah,
and,
sure.
I've done loads and loads of talk shows, as we both have, but I've never hosted a show, so it's quite scary.
Yeah.
The hardest thing, as you two will know, is getting used to the language that
Daytime
people...
language.
Yeah. No, it's not. No, it's the television.
That was the hardest thing for Mel.
Sorry.
She's got a mouth like a trucker off there.
Where they talk to you and tell you to do things, and it's like a...
This
language,
thing.
yeah, the thing in your ear. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
I
we've
didn't
got
know if it
these.
was a secret. Well, I
They
have
give you
those.
timings and things and everything.
Right,
Your
you need to
ear,
death.
Trick says they hurt your ear a bit.
I got a bit of a bruised ear on Monday.
Did you not have yours moulded with that very sinister sort of flask of wax?
No,
they
because
pour in?
we're only in for a week, so obviously not worth.
They don't get the
getting
moulded
mould.
ear piece.
I did get a new one, I hope.
You've probably got Judy's.
You might have, Judith. Have you been watching, Lee? Have you been turning on every day?
It's wrecked my life. I mean, I get up at 6 o'clock when Twigs gets up. The other day they actually rang on the doorbell at 6 o'clock with the script for the day. That was not a happy start today. But I can't get anything done. I rush and make my phone calls while the news is on, so I don't miss anything she's doing. Oh, everybody's eating. Good. Everybody's eating.
Yeah, they're all eating.
That's why they're silent. And so I just stand there, you know, and quite try and dash into the office and do a bit of work, and then I have the telly on loud and hear her dulcet tones and rush back to the...
You notice he said dulcet tones.
Yeah.
Dulcet's a good word.
That laugh's always a good cue. Oh, she's on again. And
Sit
rush
down,
back
log in.
And I spoke to my sister today, and she said, oh, isn't she doing well? She said, trouble is she's ruined my life as well. She said, I stand there in my rubber gloves with the vacuum cleaner on my phone, just staring at the thing, trying to do a little bit while there's a bit on. Yeah, lots of support.
No, I've really
I think
enjoyed
she's doing
it.
brilliantly.
Yeah.
I'm really
Yeah,
proud of
I'd say
her,
I agree.
and it's,
I felt
good.
much more relaxed yesterday and today. By tomorrow, I'll be so loose.
Absolutely.
You'll probably
Limbered.
miss it then
Yeah,
when
I
you're
will.
finished.
Yeah.
You won't miss getting up at 6 in the
I
morning,
won't.
though, will you?
No one misses that. How did you two first meet?
Well, we always say that Jesus brought us together. Don't panic. Because Robert Powell, who was playing Jesus of Nazareth on the telly at the time, well, recently before, invited Twigs out to dinner, rang a mate of mine that I was having a few drinks in the pub with that night, and said, look, 2 people have let us down for dinner. Would you come? He said, well, actually, I'm going out for a drink with Lee. And they said, oh, Lee, that's fantastic. Bring you along. Ta-da!
Ta-da! I thought it was a setup. I thought they were kind of matchmaking, but they weren't, were they?
No,
It was a complete...
Was it love at first sight? Was there?
And then, no, not really. We were just a bit sort of, you know, I liked her.
And we
we'd
had met
Yeah.
10 years before that once.
Yeah, just very... We sat at the same dinner at a function, John Denver, God bless him,
He died last week.
concert after that. And then... So I wasn't quite brave enough to ask for phone number and stuff like that. And I thought, oh, she's so gorgeous. Everybody, I bet every guy
I
should
was
meet
furious he didn't ask for my
phone number. So, but Jesus was still looking after us. Not Bob this time, but the big guy up there. And I was walking out of my newsagent's about 3 mornings later, and reading my paper, and this big blue Jaguar car with this gorgeous blonde drew up alongside and said, hello, do you want a cup of tea? And it was herself.
So I kicked him off the street.
And she lived round the corner. We'd never even realised during the evening.
Oh, it definitely was fate.
Kismet, darling.
Absolutely.
It was.
And we've been together 12 years now.
And so we just took it very gently to start with, you know, we'd both been down that road before. And,
down that road by the newsagent. What's wrong with me today? I'm so sorry.
I think your barnet has addled your mind.
I think it has.
I think it has in a way.
Done something to your brain.
Fiery food.
I just want very briefly to talk about your autobiography, which has just come out hardback.
That's right.
Why did you decide to write an autobiography? It's a very hefty work as well. It's a very,
quite big, isn't it?
well-scripted tome.
You know, and we
Could have done 2 volumes.
We could actually. I've been around
Really?
a long time, you know. I mean, it was amazing getting it all in 30 years of work plus the rest of my life because I do my childhood and everything. So we could have actually done 2 volumes. But I think maybe the main reason I did it now was because of this big resurgence of the 60s that happened kind of a year, 2 years ago. I was being inundated by all the people writing books on the 60s. They want to interview me. And magazines and other people had done books who were involved in my life. And I suddenly thought, this is stupid. Why am I talking to all, you know, let's hear it from the horse's mouth, because they all get it wrong.
Yeah, so you
know,
get a
I've
chance
been
to...
misquoted and things have been written in the press over the years. And once something's written in the press, it becomes fact. And, you know, and unfortunately, then it gets repeated, and over the years, something, you know, like I'm a Cockney, I'm not. I'm from North London. I mean, it's not a big thing.
Neasden.
I'm from Neasden.
Hey!
But, you know, just things like that. And the whole thing about that my manager was a Svengali and I was this dumb puppet who did you know, that's absolute, as you can see, I'm very bossy, right?
Yeah.
I've got my own mind, and nobody can make me do something else. So anyway, I just thought I wanted to get that right, you know, set
It's
that
a clearing
straight.
the decks and
it is.
You know, putting the record straight.
It is.
I just want to ask you if you two have worked together before. Have you ever been on?
We did, yeah. We did. Well, actually, we did a couple of slots with one of your previous guests, with Fran Drescher.
Yeah.
From
right,
The
lovely
Nanny,
Fran.
because
She's
Fran
mint.
was-
She's
Yeah,
fantastic.
she's great.
Yeah.
She's a really good mate material. And Twigs met her doing a series in America called Princesses.
A sitcom.
A sitcom that Twigs and her were in. And then Fran got her own show and was very anxious to keep it going in the first couple of years, you know, and get the ratings up, you know how important all that stuff is in America. And so I rang and said, look, I'm calling in a few favours from mates. Would you ever come over and just do a slot and you know, help get the ratings up and stuff? And there's a bit for Lee as well. And so we both went over and did that with Fran.
Which was great
Which was
fun.
great fun.
Yeah.
I was her chauffeur, and then we fall in love and all that sort of stuff.
End up getting married.
End up getting
It was
married.
very nice.
And then we did a film called Madame Suzatska before that for John Schlesinger, who had the excellent good taste and deep artistic integrity to cast us together in the film. And so that was, I mean, it's such fun to work together, but you have to just be, you know, a little bit careful, because otherwise your careers can get so intermeshed that you have no individuality, and we both, you know, have, thank God, healthy careers. So we didn't want that.
Excellent.
That
But it
to
was
happen,
fun,
but you know,
wasn't
to
it?
work with someone like John was a dream. Our only problem was keeping a straight face.
Well, he played my boyfriend in it, and he was a real sleaze, weren't you? He's not in real life, he's gorgeous.
Lads,
But
you know what?
what?
We're going to cast you together again in part 3 of our show. Join us. That was seamless. Join us.
Seamless.
Join us after the break.
See the holes
I'll
in that
try and
one.
get better when we'll be having a close inspection of Twiggy's forces. Yes, that is what I said, Twiggy. We'll see you in 3.
Light Lunch. TV stars Matthew Kelly and Jack Doherty, plus EastEnders Alan Jackson comes out of hiding. Hey, well,
Can you see anything in those?
everything's gone very thin.
dark.
Welcome back to Light Lunch. We're in 2 shakes of a bottle of Shake and Vac.
We'll be in the lounge with Twiggy and her husband Lee. We've also got a great surprise for Twiggy. Somebody she knows really well will be making her dessert. We know who it is, Lee knows who it is, and now you at home will know. This is who it is. Yes, Twiggy.
Yes.
But before then, we'd like to whisk you back to a time of free love, hippies, and really, really sinister adverts.
So, how can you do the washing up when the water's so hot? Doesn't it scald your hands?
No, Mel, it doesn't, thanks to my new Mary Silvers. Yes, ladies, now you can plunge your delicate hands into boiling hot soapy water and not have to worry about damaging your skin, thanks to a marvellous new invention called rubber. Everybody's talking about it. Mary Silvers make washing up time fun time.
They're like magic, and I see they come in such pretty colours, too.
They certainly do. And because they keep your hands dry, your skin stays super soft to the man in your life.
Isn't that super? Next thing you know, they'll invent a machine to do the washing up for you.
You then finished the washing up, ladies, dried the dishes, done the ironing, dusted, swept the kitchen floor, polished and brought your husband the paper and a nice cup of tea. The gloves simply slip off, giving you the chance to put your feet up for a well-deserved rest.
Thank you, Mary Silver, for making our lives easier so we can spend more time looking after our husbands. Don't you just rubber glove them?
Cheers. Cheers for your support. Good. More funds. More funds. I'm here in the lounge with Twiggy, who said if she wore a dress like mine, she'd look like olive oil. And her handsome husband, Lee Lawson, who said they were brought together by Jesus over dinner. Now, Twiggy, your name is, I mean, basically, it is the 60s. It's quintessentially 60s, Twiggy. Was there a lot of merchandise around your name?
There was. In 60, it started, it was the beginning of that kind of merchandising thing. I mean, it was very new to me because it hadn't really, probably the Beatles just before me were being merchandised. And then in 1967 I went out to New York.
You branched out?
I branched out, flew to New York, well done.
Twiggy branched out. I wanted to get that in, got it in.
Did you twig that was a gag?
Your that is funny.
Don't encourage me, because I have a grit bag full of puns that you don't want to hear. That's what I'm saying. But I want to show you this.
But anyway, I got to New York and I was approached by all these people to merchandise me. But there were I did deals with people. We did a Twiggy doll and there were Twiggy dresses, but that was in England.
We've just started collecting
but we've started,
about
because
a year ago. We found someone who, you know, they have these conventions in America, and someone contacted us. I can't speak.
It's the spices.
It's
the
jambalaya. The roof of your mouth. And she said, there's a lot of Twiggy stuff about. Would she like to, collect it for us? So we said, yeah. So we get these packages now that come every so often. We've got this one here, the Twiggy lunch.
That's Twiggy lunch.
Now we've got a whole cabinet. We haven't got that.
I haven't seen that.
This is a Twiggy clock.
That's hysterical.
And it's made with a magazine cover.
Amazing. I've never seen that.
And it says,
well, I was probably ripped off for that because I didn't know about
Really?
that. Yep.
We've got Twiggy.
We bought it in New York.
It's very unfortunate where they put the hands. It's right in my nose.
Oh, no, I mean, we can change the hands. We can do that. We can alter the hands.
We can alter the nose.
This is for you, Twiggy.
Oh, thank you. Serious?
You haven't got it.
You.
Look at this.
That's amazing. Twiggy jokes.
Twiggy jokes. Can you remember
Twiggy's date book.
Can you remember any Twiggy jokes?
There were loads. The only one I can really remember, there's a very famous...
Does anyone stick out?
Oh, God. There was a lady... There was a lady, a hysterical lady, who you two might know, called Phyllis Diller. Do you know who that is? She's a brilliant American comedian. Do you know her?
Phyllis Diller.
I've heard of her. Brilliant. She's so funny. She used to tell one, if Twiggy went to a fancy dress ball in a tight silver and black striped dress, what would she be going as?
Silver birch?
No, a zipper. Or a zip in England. Not very funny, didn't get
That's a Twiggy gag.
I didn't make it.
No.
Mind you, Phyllis Diller used to tell it better than
I don't get it.
Oh, right.
because I'm thin.
Oh, right.
I've got another thing here. This is Twiggy lashes.
Yeah.
Oh,
These are originals.
They were official, yeah.
We promised you falsies. Here they are.
Yeah, man.
You see, we tricked you, didn't we? We tricked you with a lure
I used to
of
wear
boobs.
3 pairs of those, one on top of the other. I don't know how I opened my eyes.
Did you wear them every day? Because they are quite heavy.
They
I have
are.
to say.
You've got 1 pair on, right?
Yes.
I wore 3 pairs on top. Used to take me an hour and a half to make up, and, doing all the little lines.
This is a natural European hair, carefully hand-knotted in South Korea.
Apparently so.
Why transport the hair once you've got it from Europe to South Korea?
Can I show? I want to show and tell as well. I want to show and tell. Look at this. It's a groovy lilac-covered lunchbox.
Yeah.
The envy of every girl in the playground. And look, this is so fad. When you open it up, it's got a little Twiggy thermos. A little Twiggy thermos. Look, with all the Twiggy looks all around it there.
They were all Twiggy dresses.
Oh, wow. And look, we've got some twiglets inside.
They're nothing to do with me.
Are they not?
No.
Should be,
Well,
shouldn't they?
they should be.
But it's I recently came back from Japan, and
That's right.
it was quite amazing out there, because we'd be walking down the streets and there'd be like a Twiggy T-shirt that we knew nothing about. Not an old one, a new one that they'd done.
Yeah.
There were 3 CD albums that we found with her picture on the front, Twiggy and Friends, that she knew nothing about.
I mean, I've done albums, and they had those, but they also had ones that I was absolutely... They just put my picture on the front, used my name. Unbelievable.
And her in an advertisement on the television, as well, of her early arrival in Japan, advertising...
I'm being ripped off.
What was it?
Dear.
They were advertising?
It was some makeup, and they're just using clips of me. It's a bit naughty,
clips
really.
of
It's cheeky.
Yeah,
Very
it's cheeky.
cheeky.
And shops we keep coming across, you know, clothes shops and restaurants and things.
Yeah, there's a Twiggy shop in Paris. A friend of mine was calling me from a phone box in Monaco. Do you remember Pepsi? And, no, not Monaco, Menton in France.
South of France.
To ring me about something, and she started to laugh as she was talking to me. And I said, what are you laughing at? She said, I've just turned around. I've never been in this place before, and I'm staring. Opposite me is a Twiggy shop.
Wow. I'll tell you what, we're going to make it all better with some pudding. Now.
Yes.
We're going to soothe the problem. It's time to dish up dessert. Now, we wanted to get someone really special, but how can we choose from millions of Twiggy's top celebrity mates? She's danced with Fred Astaire, she's lunched with Laurence Olivier, and she's partied with Paul McCartney. But who's her very best friend?
Orville?
No. Although he can help you mend your broken heart, apparently. Someone who she can turn to when the chips are down and the larder is bare. We phoned Lee, and he told us there was only one person who would make her day. It is the star of 2.4 Children. Please welcome Belinda
You're not joking. I've been up.
I can't believe it.
Very early making this.
Oh, no.
No,
Come on down.
They said you can buy something. I thought, I can't appear on British
Did you
TV.
make this?
Yes,
This is
I did.
wow. You're so
For you, hysterical moose, I thought.
Do sit down. Take a seat. Yeah,
Why
you
is it
hysterical
hysterical
moose?
It's called Hysterical Moose because we've just been in a production of Blithe Spirit. And at a certain point, actually before Twiggy came on, we've asked, my husband and I'm the second wife, have asked a medium to come. And while she's sort of breathing in the garden, taking deep breaths, the guests, who are finding her rather amusing, attempt to have a normal conversation. And my husband said to me something like, "That was a lovely dinner, darling." And I said, "The mousse wasn't quite right." To which he replied, "It looked a little hysterical, but it tasted delicious," which always used to make me laugh.
So now we've got hysterical moose. Brilliant.
That's right.
This, you can tell this is homemade. Go for your spoon, Lee.
Also...
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. No, you
Oh,
don't.
I'll use my finger.
We haven't got enough spoons.
I
You have
have
it.
one.
No, she's got two. It's
Lovely.
her fault.
Lovely. It's boozy. It's boozy.
Is it
I'm so
boozy
sorry.
or-
You should have brought Dawn French with you.
She would have loved this.
When I watched you earlier, I thought, oh no, they're going to have chocolate mousse. It's right.
Mine's
Very
actually
good.
But it was sort of
chocolate
chocolate.
with laughter. It's so
This is
hysterical.
lovely.
I made it this morning.
Has it got sherry in?
Oh, it's got
Cointreau.
oranges.
It's very good.
I elaborated a bit on the recipe. Thanks. I got into such a stew about this.
Oops.
Oops.
I was
No pun
determined to do it. Oh, no, it's definitely not. Determined to do this properly. So I went for a recipe book. I went through all my recipe books. Could I find a chocolate mousse that really hit the spot? And then I opened one of those, a charity one, that NHC Action for Children book that I'd contributed a recipe to once, and they'd sent me the book. Chocolate mousse. And the recipe was by a friend of mine, Nicholas Grace.
Oh,
so I
how
thought,
funny.
marvellous. And I'd only just seen him. I thought, this is kismet. And started to look. I thought, this doesn't make a blind bit of sense. So I rang him up. His answer phone answered, and then he came panting to the phone, having come down from the roof where he'd been doing some exercises. Thinking I was on the phone about something terribly important. And I made him, said, this recipe doesn't make any sense at all. So, thank you, Nicholas. Is
made
all
it
right?
work.
Yeah.
When does the
Thank
next series of 2.4 Children start? When's that coming up?
Next year.
But I'm really touched she's done this, because, you know, she's in the theatre at the moment.
I'm in the theatre.
Oh.
And I had a very late night.
I was saying, you
And
know,
the rest.
come and do this in the middle of the day.
That's the thing I was
Yeah,
worried
cheers.
about, that it was a matinee day. I
No,
said,
that
but
was
maybe if it's a
nothing.
matinee day.
Tell him
That
about...
was nothing. It's Hugh's birthday.
Is it?
I've got 4
Happy
people
birthday,
staying with me.
Hugh.
Who's
Your
Hugh?
young
husband.
Happy birthday, Hugh.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Hugh.
birthday, Hugh.
So I made this and the chocolate cake all at once.
You shouldn't have said that. I'm going to hoof that chocolate cake if I find it.
Tell him about the
so
play
rich.
you're doing.
I'm in a play about Rudyard Kipling
Taking
and
over the
his
show.
family.
She's been doing good
She's so
morning.
used to doing this
Tell us
morning.
about
You're
this.
very good.
No, it's fine, because we can
You're
get on
sort of
this.
a Renaissance woman now. It's true. It does everything. It's frightening.
He is hairy, though. I think you two are amazing. I'd never actually been a presenter before, and it's scary.
Neither had we.
Are you enjoying the play?
Yes.
It's at Hampstead, right?
Sorry. It's at Hampstead, yes.
It's literally at home.
It's going frightfully well.
Are you working in the theatre at the moment, Lee? Are you any up-and-coming stuff?
No, I'm about to do knight in shining armour bit that I get lumbered with every few years for American television. But it's all so uncomfortable.
With full-on armour.
You know, and riding horses and doing all of that sort of stuff. Hence.
But your telly that you did in the summers.
That starts in 3 weeks' time.
An unsuitable woman for the job. Job for the woman. Woman for the job.
But it's
yours is the second one.
Yeah,
the last
they're doing two. It's a two-parter. There's a separate story for the first 3 weeks, starting this week.
And his is the second one,
right?
Called The Last Embrace, isn't it?
We'll check it out.
Is that the one you were filming in the park, the Crescent?
Well, we were filming very. I mean, it was so lucky because Twigs and Belinda were doing the play at Chichester, Blythe Spirit, this summer. And this thing came through, and I just finished the Midsummer Night's Dream tour with the RSC. And I said to Twigs, I just want to be a groupie this summer. I just want to do barbecues, do barbecues at home.
We're out of time, Lee. I'm so sorry to interrupt. It's been absolutely superb. Sorry, the callers on the phones. We couldn't have time for you. I'm sorry. It's time to say a sad farewell to our lovely, beautiful special couple, Twiggy and Lee Lawson.
Yay.
Thanks to Dorinda for cooking and to Belinda for her hysterical news.
Don't forget, Lee is a suitable job for a woman coming soon on ITV. It's Twiggy's last day tomorrow and this morning. Dorinda's new show, Channel 4 tonight. See you then.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.